How's it going, guys? Bring your platoon here, and welcome back to another great game in World of Tanks Xbox One Edition. Today I will be driving in the Tier 10 Premium Reward tank that is on the British line. It's called the Valour, but the correct name of it on PC version for World of Tanks is what? Give me one fucking second. The T95/FV4201 Chieftain. It's got 2600 DPM. It deals 440 damage instead of whatever. Doesn't matter. These clips before the gameplay you're about to see are just to highlight the inaccuracy of this gun. Despite it, you know, being a British tank, it has 0.35 accuracy and an aim time of 2.1. It's as accurate as the E5. How does this guy pen me? Do you see a pen mark? Because I sure as fuck don't. Okay? Cool. I tried to dick on that Chieftain twice. And once went into the tracks, just damaged the tracks. And then the other time went through the tracks and then penned him. And then I shoot again. And then it doesn't pen his little hatch there. But, he pens me magically through my turret. So that was fucking cool. Or the commander's hatch. Whatever. So, very awesome. I put shell into shell into this Object 705, a Tier 9 Russian heavy tank, and just like, look what happens! Where did that one go? I probably hit a building there. That one was fair. It was probably a small building obstructing my view there. But into the pattern, here we go. Aiming perfectly, and it not only gets absorbed into his tracks, but he fucking doesn't get tracked for that. Like, okay, again, perfect shot, right into that fucking lower plate for the Object 705. I missed completely, didn't even fucking hit the guy. Then I hit him after 3 or 4 shots missing or bipping other places. I'm aiming at him, and what happens? Oh, I pen him again. Miraculously. So that shit's over. Let's get to the actual gameplay. Okay, so the game that you're going to be seeing is now happening. It's on Nomanhan, same tank. I'm gonna go into the gun statistics and stuff now, like I normally would. It's a quote-unquote new tank. It's been in the game for maybe like a month now. A few months? I don't know. Anyway, it's the first video I'm uploading of it, so I'm just gonna go into the statistics. Penetration for the AP round, your standard APCR rounds is 270. For your premium APCR rounds, it's 322, which is better than, you know, some other tanks. You get the Hesh rounds, the very iconic high explosive round for the British line at 140 millimeters of penetration, dealing 530 damage instead of the standard 440. Dispersion values at 100 meters as, of course, 0.35. I already went over that briefly. Aim time 2.1. Some of these may differ from, or some of these stats may differ from the console version. I don't have the game open right now, but I'm just going to tell you the armor model. Oh, well, I guess I should go over a few more things. DPM is 2600. It's nothing like the Chieftain. It's nothing like the Super Conqueror, etc. It's a little lacking, but when you're dealing 440 alpha, it does still feel punchy. The reload is kind of shit, but it's fine. Top speed is 46 kilometers an hour. Top reverse speed is 15. 2200 health. Do we have that on console? We do. 410 view range base, 15% fire chance. Gun depression is, of course, the standard British type of 10 degrees. Gun elevation is 20 degrees, which means it can't aim up for shit. So, be sure to not aim up at... Try to aim up at people when you're going up, or downhill, sorry. As you will not be able to. That's pretty much all of that. Okay, so for the 3D model, for the armor, if you're facing one of these straight on, the upper hull is magnificently armored. It's angled with 127 millimeter impacted armor at an angle of whatever, and that is 270 millimeters thick, just flat on. So that's amazeballs. It's also got a weird angled upper plate in another place on the left and right sides of the upper plate. It's again weirdly angled, auto ricochet angle, but it's 114.3 millimeters plate, 114.3 millimeter plates, and then on the upper hull like you'd be shooting down on it to pen it because of how weakly armored it is. It's 50.8, otherwise auto-ricochetable. Lower plate is actually pretty armored for a British tank. It's 220 millimeters thick. Turret, you're not going to pen the turret. Even with high penning guns such as the Jagdpanzer U-100 shooting heat, as it is over 400 and maybe the turret ring with your premium 420 millimeters of pen heat, but everywhere else on the turret is a no-go unless you hit the hatch, in which case you need about 200 millimeters to pen reliably, I would say, or I guess 50-50. So again, very armored turret, very amazing, and the side armor on this Brit is a little weird too, because it's 88.9 millimeters. You can side scrape in this thing? What? That's crazy. I knew that. I was just trying to act surprised for you guys, but yeah, that didn't work out. Anyway, it doesn't have the Chieftain mantlet weak spot, which the Chieftain does have right on the right above its gun, where it connects to the turret. But this thing doesn't have that. Not at all. It has no weaknesses in the turret that I can see on takes.gg. It does have a weak ass end and a very, very weak roof in the engine chassis part of it. Not in the front where your upper plate is, but in the ass end of your tank where your engine would be. It's only 35 millimeters thick, so people can overmatch that if you're not careful. It's a good tank. It really is. If you try to side scrape in it and people shoot premium, they can pen your side plate. That kind of gets equalized, but it's still like 300 millimeters thick. So I would say it's safe to fucking side scrape in this thing, especially against higher tiered tank destroyers. Well, you are a tier 10, so you're going to be facing tier 10 tank destroyers. But I'm just saying, you're safe against those guns because of the awesome side armor angle, or awesome side armor that you can side scrape with. That's the right way to say it. But like, you saw in the first two clips of the same match that the gun was not holding up. .35 accuracy is ass for sniping with. But I'm using food on this thing for whatever the fuck reason. I would not recommend it. Although, really, you don't need to. But to up that DPM a little bit, it's kind of, yeah, it kind of needs it. And 410 base view range also is great for spotting things with just completely decked out equipment on this thing. It's awesome. It really is. It feels like a heavy tank. It doesn't feel brittle at all. But that accuracy. Like, I would much rather have the gun of the Super Conk than this piece of shit E5 gun that deals 440 damage instead of 400. But it's annoying. It is. Because when it fails you, and there's nothing you can do. Like, you can't rely on it to snipe at weak spots, whereas the Super Conqueror or the Chieftain might, you know, be able to hit shots that this thing couldn't a more percent of the time. It is a good tank. It's phenomenal. Its turret is great. The mobility doesn't feel terrible. It just isn't my favorite British tank. For DPM, no. For armor, yes. For accuracy, fuck no. That title belongs to, I believe the Chieftain gets the most accurate gun of all of the British heavies, but I don't want to look. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. I feel like it's a safe bet. But I believe the Chieftain also has the highest DPM out of all of them, but the armor sucks on the Chieftain because of the mantlet weak spot and other things. But, yeah. The mobility is fine. This is a reward tank. If you haven't gotten it yet, it sucked, or that sucks for you, rather. It is very good. I would recommend getting it if there is a way to still get it. But, like, your standard pen is 270. I don't aim the shot completely on that T-28, and it goes into one of his most armored points. That's fine. I'm going to load another standard shell, go right through. I don't know if anyone else is having this kind of weird armor glitch for the shot indicator, but sometimes when I'll be aiming at something, it'll say, like, oh, the red reticle is 80% chance to pen, and I don't pen? I get that, you know, with 80% chance to pen, there's still the 20% chance you have to worry about, but, like, I feel like I'm shooting things that it should be red for like at 100% of the time. I don't know. The indicator is a little wonky. I will say that. Maybe it's just me being an idiot, but yeah. Like, this thing... you don't need to worry about getting penned in your upper plate because of how fucking armored it is. I was very fortunate there that E1... Waffle E100 was not turned around and looking this way. Otherwise, I probably would have gotten penned at least twice. If not twice by him, then once by him, and then another time from another tank. But the accuracy on the gun is still... it's not the best of all of the British tanks. I don't know. I thought that was his ass end that I shot at, the Type 5 Heavy. It wasn't. I should have just loaded a premium. Or, I have premiums loaded, never mind. And then, for some reason, this is... You noticed how janky the screen was there for a few seconds? Like, 3 times it, like, yanked. Yeah, that's because I fucking smashed my controller around because I was pissed that my shot didn't hit that Yag Panther 2 in time. Very funny. Rage makes you do very, very stupid things. But, like, yes, the PS4 players that are coming over to our side of things are ass. I don't know how an Object 263 can shoot 10 plus times and do 0 damage on a map like, fuck, what is it? Baja, South Coast, one of those two. And, yeah, he was camping the whole time and shot 10 plus times and got 0 damage. And to add insult to injury, our base was, like, under attack. A terrible shot by me, by the way. I deserve to miss that. We had the opposition coming up from our base. There's no way we're going to win it, but I wanted some more free pens. He runs away before he even has a chance to shoot anybody, and they're all getting on the base. He hits a rock, and then he lands sideways, and he gets stuck there. And then he dies, because the team comes over and fucking rails him multiple times. But this is what an ace tanker looks like in this game, or in this tank. You don't need to get nearly that high of a score for it. The mark of excellence for it, if you want to get 3 marks on this vehicle as of August 2nd, 2020 is... Let's look for it real quick. I'm going to say 4,600 damage. It says 4,560, but let's just go with 4,600. And holy fuck, I can't get over how stupid the fucking garage looks. Like, Jesus Christ. And for some reason, my ammunition wasn't changed to silver for the premium rounds, so I lost some gold there. That was awesome. Wasn't a lot, but still. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.